But in this video, I want to show you how you can add even more models to this list, especially if there is a new model that impresses you that you think will be useful. You can do it via this menu here. So when you click on the selection control, go to manage models, and you'll be presented with this selection prompt where you'll pick the provider that has the model that you're looking for. So for example, if I go to OpenAI, I'll be presented with this additional list of models that I might want to use for my agent. But in this case, as you can see, I've already pre-selected GPT 4.5. But what if the model that I want is not in here? So what I can do is I can go to this custom model menu and then put in the model ID of the model that I want to use. In this case, I'm inserting all three, but of course, you have access to other number of models, including the recently released O3 Pro that you can pick for your agent. And then once you have it registered, you will be able to then run tasks in your Copilot chat using that model. So it's just also going to ask you for some configuration settings here. So for the most part, you can just click enter or change the values if you're not happy with the defaults. And then this is actually very important. If you don't do this, your model might not appear on the list of models. So it's very important for you to specify that your model supports tool calling, and also just make sure that if your model supports images as inputs, you click yes. The easiest way to see if that's the case is to go to, in this case, OpenAI. You go to the models page, then you click on the model you want, and then you can quickly see here that it takes text inputs as well as image inputs. And similarly for tool calling, you can, let's see, yeah, for tool calling, you're able to see it here that it supports function calling. So then you can then answer yes there. And once you've done that, let me just close it. So once you've done that, now you can see you have this option to select O3 as the model that powers your agent. So perhaps let's just do a quick example. I'm actually working on a problem here where I'm trying to write some unit tests, but I seem to be having issues on this particular test here. So I can just say, copy this error and ask my agent to help me troubleshoot. Please help me troubleshoot. And then hopefully, given that O3 is a much stronger model than the default models from OpenAI that Copilot provides by default, this is likely to give good results. So I've just run into an error with the temperature setting, which it seems like it doesn't work for, yeah, it seems it doesn't work for O3, for the O3 model. So unfortunately, it seems like you can't just use any model, and especially models that don't support the temperature setting. And I'm assuming this would be, the story would be the same for most a reasoning model from OpenAI, which is actually quite, that's actually quite sad. I was looking forward to using O3 for my agent. So, okay, so that doesn't work. But surprisingly, O4 mini does support, does work with the Copilot agent. So maybe let's try one more. Let's try O3 mini, see how that goes. So I'm just gonna go to manage OpenAI, and then I'll click on add custom model, and I will type in the model ID there. It's O3 mini. Okay, you can just enter to accept the defaults, enter to accept the default. Doesn't seem like it has image understanding from what I saw. Yeah, O3 mini doesn't take in images, so we can just answer no. And let's see, it should now appear. So let's click try again here and see how Okay, same story here. So it seems like we can't really use the reasoning models to extend the list of models that we have available for our GitHub Copilot agent. So perhaps we should look in a different direction. And I'm seeing the other viable option would be what is the GPT-4 models, which are already included. And then the other ones are just specialized models for images, text to speech, etc. Okay, so with OpenAI, it seems we can't really do much. So maybe let me try a different provider, see if we can get any luck with that. So I'm trying Gemini, and with Gemini, you can see these are the models that they have listed that you can use. And if the model that you're looking for is already there, you can just click on it here. For example, if you are interested in Gemma or Gamma, however you call it, you can click on it, and I'm guessing we won't see it here because it probably doesn't work with agent mode. But in fact, Google released an upgraded version of Gemini 2.5 Pro, not the O325, but I think it's O6. So we can just go to the documentation and verify this. And I can see Gemini Pro here. Yeah, so this is the latest version as far as I know. So if we wanted to use this in here, we'll go to the custom model menu again, and then just click enter, accept the default. And I think it supports both tool calling and image understanding. So there we go. And now let me see. Okay, there it is. There is our new model. So now if I hit try again here, I'm expecting to see some work getting done, and hopefully my test will run. Says no response was returned. That's fascinating. So perhaps let's start a new chat session there. Make sure that we're in agent mode and we are using the latest Gemini 2.5 Pro model. Click enter. Oh, there we go. If you noticed, we are actually not only limited to OpenAI and Anthropic. In fact, you can even use the recently released Anthropic Opus model, Opus 4 model, which is arguably one of the best models out there. Similarly, you can use your open source model through Ollama, or you can use OpenRouter as well. There's Groq as well that also supports open source models like Llama, etc. So you are not only limited to this default list of about 7 models that the Copilot agent mode provides for you. I hope this was useful in some way, and